Hey everybody, welcome back. Dave, ABQ, SCNC, Sports Cards and Collectibles. It is time for another one of the world famous Gizmo's power rankings for the NFL, baby. Gizmo and his power rankings are world famous. We are going after week number 10, and we are moving along to the bottom half of the league. At number 32, the Cincinnati Bengals moving down a spot. Somebody had the bottom spot for the longest time, and now we have a new worst of the worst. Cincinnati Bengals, after their bye week, are down a spot. Gizmo says the new cellar dweller since the Finns won a game. Congratulations to the Miami Dolphins finally winning a game after they almost beat my Redskins. So Cincinnati now on the bottom, number 32. Number 31 down a spot after their bye week are the Atlanta Falcons. Gizmo says, will the coach survive the season? Next game is against the Saints. Saints got Breeze back, showed a little rust in the first half of his game. They are going to be steamrolling now that Breeze is back. Atlanta Falcons are on the downslide. At number 30, my Redskins are down a spot. Oh no! Gizmo says, another loss. No touchdowns. Haskins needs to throw downfield more, and will with more playing time. They should have done this a long time ago. Let the kid play. Let him get some experience. He desperately needs it if he's going to be successful in the NFL. Number 29, the Miami Dolphins, baby. Miami going up 3 spots. Woo, moving on up. Gizmo says, all I can say, and all the other power rankings, is they won a game. Probably mad they did, though, yeah. So much for tanking. But Miami wins a game. They are up to number 29. Number 28, the Cleveland Browns down 2 spots. Gizmo says, where's the hoopla now? Mayfield is a bust. Uh-oh. Odell's starting to cry. And no playoffs for this team. They are not moving in the right direction, whether it's play calling, decision making. Booger McFarland or whoever was broadcasting was all over Baker's decision making at the end of that game. They started out the year in the preseason at number 10. They are all the way down to number 28. Number 27, the New York Giants staying in the same spot. Gizmo says Jones is making bad mistakes. Defense always tanks in the fourth quarter. Might get the first pick in the draft. Is it their O-line or is it Jones? Like Danny Dimes should be Danny can't stop on a dime because he got hit out of bounds and ran right into all those guys on the sideline. Giants are not looking good this year. Saquon's the only spark with Darius Slayton. If they can get their defense shored up and Daniel Jones starts making better decisions, they should be better, but it's not going to be till next year. At number 26, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are down 2 spots. Gizmo says the defense is terrible. Couldn't come up with the win. Losing teams do that. That is correct. They are grabbing defeat out of the jaws of victory. And they are down 2 spots to 26. Jameis Winston is not good. At number 25, the New York Jets staying in the same spot. Gizmo says they lost to a team that was accused of tanking. Bet the Dolphins are mad. Yeah, the Jets are in a horrible shape right now. They have a great defense. They have a pretty good offense. And they just can't get anything going. I don't know what's going on with Darnold, but they either need to figure it out or make a change. Their other options aren't that great either, though. Number 24, the Denver Broncos up 4 spots. Gizmo says Brandon Allen steps in and comes up with the win. Flacco may be out for a while. I think I heard they put him on injured reserve. So he is out for the year. Brandon Allen, time to shine, brother. Time to show them you are the starter. At number 23, the Chicago Bears, Curtis Elliott. Oh no, your Bears dropped down 4 spots. They were in the top 10 as well, I think. Gizmo says the Bears season is done. Uh-oh. Offense looking bad, and the defense is starting to fall. When they're on the field all the time, they're going to get tired. I think I mentioned this earlier. they keep going 3 and out, it's going to make that defense tired, and teams are going to start rolling right over them. The Eagles jumped out. They made the Bears look silly, and then the Bears tried to come back, but it just wasn't happening. Bears need to figure something out, whether Trubisky's the guy or not. If not, they need to get rid of him and move in another direction. Maybe Dak Prescott? I don't know. Number 22, the Arizona Cardinals down 1 spot. Gizmo says, need a few more pieces. Were competitive against the Niners, but came up short. Is Kyler Murray the answer? I don't know. Kenyon Drake got traded, had a great game, and they still could not come up with a win. At number 21, T-Unit's Jaguars down 6 spots. Gizmo says Minshew may be done. Foles may be starting against the Colts. And I think that is confirmed. Foles will be starting when he comes back from his clavicle injury. I think I got the alert today. So Foles will be the starting quarterback. He looked great in week 1 before he was injured. We'll see how he is after his injury. Once you break it once, it's so easy to break it again. So hopefully BDN is good to go. At number 20, the Los Angeles Chargers up 3 spots, shocking the world with their win against the Packers. Gizmo says it may have been the season saver. However, the Raiders are up next. This is when the Chargers usually get hot. They have a horrible first half of the season, and then they get hot at the end, rolling into the playoffs at the last second. So we'll see if they can do it again this year. Number 19, the Tennessee Titans down 2 spots. Gizmo says the magic has fizzled for Tannehill. Sacked 4 times, 2 interceptions against the Panthers for the loss. Titans are a team that will do okay against the teams they're supposed to beat, but anybody decent they're going to struggle against. Tannehill, if he could have been getting it done, he would have been getting it done with Miami. He's another one of those Andy Dalton guys where he's just good enough where you don't want to get rid of him because he shows so much potential, but it's never realized. Number 18, C. Rogers, Detroit Lions, dropping down the roller coaster 5 spots. Gizmo says defense isn't good enough. The team is falling fast. Matt Patricia may be in the ringer again. I don't really blame this on Matt Patricia. They've had some horrible decisions made, but Stafford's horrible. Like, he makes like 3 or 4 horrible throws, and then he makes an awesome one to make you think that he's back on the train. Another Andy Dalton type quarterback where he just does good enough where he makes you believe that things are going to happen, and it just never does. Number 17, Pittsburgh Steelers up 5 spots. Gizmo says back to 500. Tomlin's 2 failed challenges almost cost them the game. Good thing Vinatieri missed. Yeah, they squeaked by with a victory there. They are 500 in second place. I don't know if they can win the division, but they are putting themselves in a good spot here. Mason Rudolph got knocked out of the game a few weeks ago. He ran out of bounds on a play on this game. He was playing horrible up to that point, and as soon as he got knocked in the head again, it shook all the cobwebs back to where they were supposed to be as he started playing fantastic after that hit he took running out of bounds. Number 16, the Oakland Raiders up 4 spots. Gizmo says this team is fighting hard. The offense has come alive, and time to make some noise in the AFC. They finally got the run game going. Like, if you get the run game going, teams aren't putting everybody back. They have to respect the run. Jacobs is turning into a great back. We'll see how they do against above 500 or playoff caliber teams. Number 15, the Carolina Panthers up 3 spots. Gizmo says Cam will not appear anytime soon. Allen is working out fine for the Panthers. Cam Newton has been placed on injured reserve as of this video. So it is the Allen show here. We got so many Allens in the game right now. The Bills have an Allen. The Broncos have an Allen. The Panthers have an Allen. All at quarterback. So it is the NF Allen, not the NFL. Speaking of Allens. Number 14, the Buffalo Bills, down 5 spots. Gizmo says a game they should win and did. Very few believe in this team, playoff bound. I've told you guys this is my sleeper pick for the league from the very beginning. Josh Allen has been showing improvement. Devin Singletary looked really, really good. The defense is top notch. Whether or not they can beat the Patriots down the road, they don't have that Lamar Jackson type person. So we'll see how they do. Number 13, the Philadelphia Eagles, up 3 spots. Gizmo says they fixed some of the defensive problems, back-to-back wins, receivers falling short of expectations. I probably would have had the Bills above the next 3 people. I might have had the Bills at 11 and just moved everybody down a spot. But the Eagles look fantastic one week and then horrible the next. We'll see how they end up turning out here as the season progresses. Number 12, the Los Angeles Rams on the bye week stay in the same spot. Gizmo says the path to the playoffs is rough. They need to step up on the offensive line, and the running backs rush better. You got to be balanced, or teams are just going to put everybody back. And if they can't get Gurley healthy, they need to figure out what they're going to do here. Number 11, the Indianapolis Colts down 1 spot. Gizmo says the Colts need Brissett to heal fast. Holding on to a relic, Vinatieri, is aging. He has not been kicking good so far. He's made a couple clutch kicks this year, but not the same guy he was a couple years ago. Brissett's out for a few weeks with that MCL strain. They have Hoyer as their backup, who is okay in a pinch, but he has shown consistently he is not a good starter. The top 10, baby. We're in the top 10. The Dallas Cowboys are number 10, up 4 spots. Gizmo says they came out terrible to a weak defense, then woke up. Just lucky they play in a terrible division. What's that, 12, 13 games in a row? They beat the New York Giants. And they are, 12-3 against the division lately. So they are in the right spot to make the playoffs. They just have to beat the Eagles to prove that they are the top dog. Going to number 9, the Minnesota Vikings down 3 spots. Gizmo says a winnable game, and Cousins can't bring it home. Not a top-tier team with losses like these. I see them getting to the divisional. If they make it past the divisional, they're definitely losing in the championship game. It all depends on Cousins. If Cook is running, Cousins is going to have a great game. If teams are stopping Cook, then Cousins has to prove that he can get it done. At number 8, the Kansas City Chiefs up 1 spot. Another team that shocked the world. More with another win, says Gizmo. Amazing how a quarterback looks good with a talented crew. Moore's bounced around for a few teams. I thought his best chance was with Carolina, was when he was with them, but he's looked good the last couple weeks. It'll remain to be seen if he can keep it up. Number 7, the Houston Texans up 4 spots. Gizmo says Watson's elusiveness, mobility, and passing outstanding for another win. 22 for 28, 201 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This is the Watson that we saw before his ACL, and he was dangerous then. So he is getting back into form, and this team is starting to shape up. J.J. Watt is injured, so we'll have to see how this team does on defense now. Number 6, the Seattle Seahawks up 1 spot. I don't know about you guys, but I thought they were going to lose that game, and they came back and won. Defense, Gizmo says defense is a big issue with the Seahawks. Wilson still finds a way to win, and Gordon is back in time. DK Metcalf is a beast. They picked up Josh Gordon. And Russell Wilson, that's all you, 2 words, that's all you can say about this team. Russell Wilson, he is never going to give up. And if he can, he will bring them back like he did this week. Number 5, the Green Bay Packers falling 1 spot. Gizmo says wake-up call for the Packers that they can be beaten, but they will learn from this loss and move forward. Aaron Rodgers even said in his press conference this was a wake-up call for them. They were starting to believe their own hype, and it's a piece of humble pie for them to eat and learn from. I agree with Gizmo absolutely on this. Number 4, the Baltimore Ravens, up 1 spot. Gizmo says they came out and dominated the Patriots with a mean defense and mobile quarterback and the ground and pound. Patriots tried to play a cover 0, which means that they had nobody in the back safety-wise. The only thing with cover 0 is that you have to bring more people than the lineman can cover. And the one person that was supposed to do that, they had as a spy on Jackson. So if you're bringing the same amount of people as they can block, they are going to get you, as that puts all the defenders in man-to-man. And Jackson can make a play extend by moving around, and these guys can work their way open, and that's exactly what happened. Patriots need to figure out something fast for the next game, because they will be meeting again. Number 3, New Orleans Saints, staying in the top 3 after the bye week. Gizmo says bye week for Breeze to further heal his thumb and make their Super Bowl run after. This is your chance, people. Tell me who you think your conference games are going to be on the AFC side and the NFC side. What are your predictions right now for the conference games? There are a lot of contenders here. We'll see how it shapes up, but so far, number 2, the New England Patriots down 1 spot, which means we have a new number 1. Patriots are down 1 spot. Gizmo says the immortal has fallen. Now that somewhat competitive schedule starts, the Pats were held in check. I already mentioned about the defense that they were playing. They set themselves up for failure on that one. They needed people on their defensive line to break a block, and they were not able to do it. They don't have the 49ers ends or the Chargers ends that can just power through. And if you're not sending more people than the offensive line can cover, you're definitely going to suffer for it. So, like I said, they need to figure out something for the next time they play that team, because they will play them again. And new number 1, baby, the San Francisco 49ers moving up 1 spot. Gizmo says we have a new leader in the polls. Greatly deserved. Garoppolo with 317 yards and 4 touchdowns. This team feeds off that defense and that run game. They have 3 solid runners that can run the ball. Kittle looked like he was going to get hurt. He looked like he was hurt bad, and then he came back and dominated that game, even after like hyperextending his knee or tearing something. I thought he was out for good. But 49ers, top of the heap, baby, in the NFL after week number 10. We'll see how it shakes up, folks. There's still a bunch of football to play, a lot of injuries to come that will shake up how teams play out. Let us know what you think of the power rankings, and what you think of Gizmo's spots, if you think teams should be higher, teams should be lower. What your predictions are for the NFC and the AFC championship games as of this point. We are past the midway point. We are past the trade deadline. So let us know what you think. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night and stay safe.